Hey everybody, hope you're doing great. Daily vlog check-in at the end of the day. It's Friday, February 24th, and today was a day off. The boys didn't have to go into school, even if they had just the day off, but then it hit a dump like 5 to 6 inches today, this morning, from like midnight to about 7:30 in the morning. And we were going to go out to Appleton, which is about a 90-minute drive east, and unfortunately when we were driving, it was just way too icy, and so we just said, forget it. It's just not safe enough for the roads. So we ended up spending the time at home. One thing I just wanted to update was, so for me, when I go to a networking meeting, which I went to yesterday, and I had the opportunity to speak on being social on social media, and then basically the value of putting in the time now, so that way you have an online community when it eventually goes there. So this to me is the Have you ever seen like little kids play soccer? It's kind of like swarm ball. Wherever the ball is, they all go. But the better athletes, soccer players, they can see where the ball is eventually going to get hit, and that's where they end or kicked, and that's where they end up running towards, right? They run up to that open space. And I find the same thing functioning here, is that those that can build up that online network, some of it's going to be out of your territory, right? So it won't be local, but whoever can do that the quickest and the largest with the most engaged community is going to be the winner. And so it's not about the number of followers. There is value in quantity, but quality is far more important, right? So if I have 1 million people following me, I want, when I post, a huge level of engagement. But you'll sometimes see people, they have like 50,000 followers. When they post something, they get maybe 100 likes, maybe even less than that. So you know that a lot of that 50,000 aren't finding enough value in what's being posted. So the other thing that I want to be able to talk about is the old adage, is that strike while the iron's hot. So after that networking meeting and me presenting, I met probably about a dozen people. So I came home that night. I emailed every single one of them and said, hey, really enjoyed meeting, want to be able to continue our conversation, just because it was just a really quick soundbite, maybe about 3 to 5 minutes of a conversation. And I shot all those out. Woke up in the morning today on Friday and already had 3 appointments set, and then later throughout the day was able to book 3 more. So of those dozen, half of them already engaged with me, and we're going to be sitting down again. And again, for me, it's about being able to just share my story, and most importantly, see if I can be of value to them. The more that I can hold myself out as somewhat of a resource, whether to connect them to the right people, to open up them into my network, the more I'm going to be a long-term winner in the relationship game. The other thing that I do is I upload them right into my phone. So I use an app called Camcard, and basically take a photo of the business card, and depending on the structure and the writing of the business card, it'll automatically upload it right onto your phone, and you can save it. And then after that, for me, I reach out to every single one of them on LinkedIn and make sure that we can professionally build up that network. And so for me, just to give you an idea, I moved a ton of times growing up in life, and so for me, I'm used to moving to a different area and making friends, creating a network out of nothing and doing it quickly. So for me, I live in Wausau, which is the center of the state of Wisconsin, and I go 90 miles east, or actually it's 110 miles east or 110 miles west, probably 80% of the time, and I only spend like the weekends, it seems like, in my own town. And so when I go to those areas, it becomes extremely strategic in making sure that I have a lot of meetings all set, and I'm meeting other centers of influence, people that are going to help me get in front of the right people. And for me, it's about shifting from business owners. And so that's really what I'm trying to document here for anyone that's in my industry, or anyone that's trying to get into a market or shift their market that's more in the service-based model. I think you'll find a lot of value in what I'm doing. Primarily, I worked with doctors. That's who I used to work with as a financial advisor. Got into management, walked a little bit away from my clients because I ended up passing them off to all the other advisors. And so now where I see the open space, the blue ocean marketing, from my perspective, is working with businesses and flipping it on its head. So instead of me coming down from the top, from CEOs, CFOs, directors of HR, and implementing retirement plans, I want to come from the bottom up and from the top down. So what I mean by that is I'm doing already financial education, where we're talking about just budgeting, saving, paying off student loans, paying off debt, buying a house, buying cars, and I'm doing this on a consistent basis. So I want all those employees to know that I'm a resource for them. They can call me on my cell phone whenever they're about to buy a car. They want to know whether they should lease it or buy it. If that interest rate is good, I want them to call and ask me. and I wanted them to see me as a resource to them. So that way, as they make different financial decisions, they have someone that have expertise to be able to come to. And so not only am I going to be able to help each one of those individual employees, but I'm also then sitting with the C-suite and making sure that we can do some top lines, more strategic, more advanced financial planning that makes sense for higher net worth individuals. And that's where I see the blue ocean space in my industry. And so what I'm doing is I'm shifting my normal engagement towards there. Plus, I partnered up with a CPA firm where that's my office in Green Bay, and they have about 6 tax preparers there, and then one in a tiny town called Gillette. And I'll go there, actually old school. I'm excited to really document that one. I'm going to go door to door because it's small town America, farmers, no suit, no tie. It'll be jeans, maybe a polo. Or just a T-shirt. And I'm going to go knock on doors, give out the business card to a bunch of businesses, and just let them know I'm going to start having some office time there, and I want to be able to serve the community up there. And so sometimes that old school marketing can still work in your smaller communities. The town is about 1,300 people, and so we'll see how that translates in regards to the marketing. Does it have an ROI? And we'll find out. So I'm excited to be able to show that to you guys. And then so that was today was family time. The boys, the way that we do it is they have to earn their tablet time, their screen time. They have to earn it through the week by doing chores. That's part of being a citizen of the household. And then the other piece is they have to put at least a half hour into Khan Academy. And that what we're trying to help them understand is that learning needs to come from them. They need to have a desire to learn more. And it's kind of cool. A couple of the kids are actually out of their grade in math and already onto the next grade. And so we're just igniting that stereotype that Asians are good at math. And a lot of it's just time at task, right? So the more that you put in work at doing math problems, surprisingly, the better you get at math. And then after that, it was working out, end of the night. My buddy, he's out of town, him and his wife, and so we're watching those kids, his two children. And so it was just a real chill, laid back day. And so for me, just to let you know, I really enjoy what I do work-wise. So if I have extra time, I open the laptop out, I bust it open, I respond to emails, I pull out my phone, I engage socially on social media. I want to be able to continually be engaged. And then when I'm not working, I really enjoy working out. So for me, it's lifting, running, swimming. I can't wait for it to thaw out there. I have a tractor tire. It's one of my favorite workouts. I have a 10-pound sledgehammer, and I'll flip this tractor tire end over end. It's about 250 pounds, and then I'll get my 10-pound sledgehammer. I'll just beat the crap out of it, and not literally because it's this rubber, this freaking rubber thing, and it's not going anywhere with my hammering. And then I have a parachute, so I'll put on like cleats and I'll go run with this parachute. I'll do sprints. And so for me, it's fun. I really enjoy exercising. And then after that, it's family time, right? One of the tough things is just being able to put the phone down and not engaging on it, so that way they have my full attention. Full engagement is the phrase that I use, and making sure that they can feel my presence and not feel me distracted, being pulled by the phone. And let's see where. Tomorrow just be a chill day. The kids that we're watching, we'll be taking them to soccer practice in the morning, and then after that we'll be hanging out probably at the house. Just real relaxing. I find it interesting how we pay so much in rent and mortgages that we always try to find things to do outside of the home. And so it's interesting we spend all this money into this place that we really like and we love, and we end up just sleeping there and not really spending time there. So at the same time, I understand, you can't be a homebody. You need to get outside and enjoy life. And that's it. Oh, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm an open book.